Here are your Deep 3 picks for today. Check us out on Winners and Winers and StatSalt. I'm Ben the Pen filling in for Scott again. Stay tuned for our comprehensive March Madness coverage next week. Once again, I have 2 NBA picks and a college selection, so let's get right to it. Let's start off with Milwaukee hosting Indiana at 8 o'clock Eastern. The Pacers are surprising 42-23, good for third place in the East. Milwaukee's in first place at 48-16, 2.5 games up on Toronto. Milwaukee's taken 2 of 3 games this season against the Pacers, straight up and against the spread. The Pacers have stumbled a bit lately, losing 3 of 5 games. They did beat Chicago in their last game, 105-96 on Tuesday. They do have some injury issues right now with Domantas Sabonis missing the last 4 games due to a sprained ankle. Of course, they're also playing without Victor Oladipo, who's out for the year with a knee injury. Milwaukee's coming back from a 3-2 road trip, but they fell at Utah and lowly Phoenix to end their trip. Their 114-105 loss at the Suns was a shocker because they were a 13-point favorite. They shot just 37% from the field, and Giannis Antetokounmpo had 21 points and 13 rebounds, but also had 6 turnovers. I'm taking the dog in this one. That's just too many points away for the Bucks, who are coming off a long road trip. The Bucks are 1-5 against the spread their last 6 home games. Indiana is getting 10.5. That's also a strong play on the under 222.5. These teams have played 2 of their last 3 unders this season, and 5 of their last 6 meetings have gone under, so that's Indiana and the under. Our next game has Oklahoma City taking on Portland on the road. Both teams are 39-25 on the season. The Thunder have won all 3 games and have covered all 3 this season against Portland. They're also tied in the West for 3rd with Houston and Portland. The Thunder do have the tiebreaker. Oklahoma City struggled lately, losing 5 of their last 6 games. That includes a 131-120 defeat at Minnesota on Tuesday. Russell Westbrook had 38 points and 13 rebounds in the loss. But their defense couldn't slow down Karl Anthony Towns, who had 41 points as the T-Wolves shot 43% from the field. Portland's coming off a very long road trip, going a successful 5-2. They'll be happy to get back home with their 24-8 on the season. They're coming off a 120-111 defeat at Memphis on Tuesday, where fatigue may have finally set in. Damian Lillard had 24 points and 8 assists, but couldn't slow down Mike Conley, who had a career-high 40 for Memphis. I'm going with Portland here. Oklahoma City's in a rut. They've gone 0-8 against the spread their last 8 games. The Trailblazers are 8-1 against the spread their last 9 after an ATS loss. Slight lean on the under 233. These teams are 4-1 under their last 5. Portland's 14-4 under their last 18 versus the Northwest Division. So that's Portland and the under. Our final game is in college. Indiana at Illinois. That's an 8 o'clock start Eastern time. Indiana's had a tough season, 6-12 in the Big Ten, while Illinois is 7-11. The Hoosiers won the first meeting 73-65 on January 3rd from Bloomington. The Hoosiers are trying to make a late run, though, after beating Wisconsin 75-73 in overtime at home. They also upset Michigan State for the 2nd time this season, 63-62. Those are two huge wins for Indiana, but at 15-14 with a 54 net ranking, they still have work to do to get in the NCAA tournament. Wins over Louisville and Marquette can't hurt, but they need to continue to win to have a shot. Illinois has had a slightly better season, but at least in conference, but they've lost 3 straight before beating Northwestern on Sunday, 81-76. They have a 92 net ranking and an 11-18 overall record, so that's certainly not good enough. They're also playing for pride at this point, and basically winning the Big Ten tournament is their only shot at an NCAA berth. I'm taking Indiana in this one, getting 2.5 points. This is a desperate team with a star player in Romeo Langford, averaging 17 points per game at 28 in the first meeting against the Illini. Indiana 6-1 against the spread the last 7 in this series. I'm also going with the over. The Illini are 4-0 over their last 4 games. Indiana is 4-1 over their last 5 road games. So that's the Indiana Hoosiers and the over. So once again, Indiana Pacers in the NBA and the under, Portland and the under in the NBA, and that's Indiana in college.